Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the book review, Letting Go the Pathway to Surrender. Today, we are talking about, I have a explanation like book review, meaning in general, if you see book reviews, right, it is a critical analysis of a book. And usually there is a comparison to some other book or how does it this is not like that. This is, I am calling it a book review, but it is literally explaining the book as I understand it. So when you read it, your perspective might be different. I personally feel that whenever somebody reads a book, right, even when you watch a movie, why is it that some people like a movie, some people don't like a movie? Because you're watching it from your values, your perspective, right, based on your background and things like that. So everybody understands things a little differently. So this is my take on each chapter on what the author means. And I usually supplement the knowledge that I have from either Vedanta texts from Hinduism or anything like that. I take those things and I read a lot of other books as well. So I usually combine the concepts and I try to dig deep and give a deep dive on the book. So that is what this is. That is what I'm trying to do here. So today we are going to talk about chapter 16, the benefits of letting go. We will talk about emotional growth, problem solving, and lifestyle, how these come to happen when you start letting go. So obviously there is a very, very obvious emotional growth. People around you will see that you have become more matured. You don't indulge in fights or, you don't indulge in self-sabotaging things like guilt or grief or anything like that, where you don't stay there for a long time. You do experience all the emotions, but you have learned the tools on, and it's a practice, right? It's like a muscle memory. If I keep letting go every moment of the time, with everything that is going on in my life, whether it is my work, my family, my kids, my neighbors, everybody, it has become a muscle memory now. I will start seeing world in a different way. I will start thinking, why is this you will not let things bother you as much. Anything that is bothering you, anyone that is bothering you, you'll be like, you'll catch it in, you'll start being in the present moment, because you are not in the present moment when you're worrying about the past. What happened? Why did she say that to me? He said that to me. Or why did this happen to me? That is living in the past. Or worrying about the future. Oh my God, if I don't do this, how will I secure my finances in future? If I, what about my old age? What about my health? If I don't run now, what will my health be? We are always in either future or in the past. We are never in the present moment. When you are in the present moment, we are a human being, not a human doing. We are constantly worried about things. We are not being in the present moment. We are, because we, when we are in the present moment, we often get so many aha moments that there are opportunities all around us. We see them. We see all the dots getting connected. Whatever life you lived, whatever opportunities you have in the vicinity of yours. Not, I'm not talking about somewhere far, some, outreach goal. I'm not talking about this. Based on my capacities right now, whatever I, whatever background I had until now, whatever I'm good at right now, if I am present in the present moment, I will start seeing the opportunities. I can pick and grab, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that, I don't want to do this. You can do whatever you want. It's like a buffet of opportunities. So when you practice the art of letting go, when you catch yourself in the moment when you are going towards the lower frequencies, you catch yourself and say, why am I, what am I doing? Why am I being like this? And there is no right or wrong. It's like, okay, I felt jealousy for some moment. I'm a human being. Come on, forgive yourself, move on, right? You keep bouncing back. You keep bouncing back from anger, ego, everything to courage all the time. Then it becomes a habit and you will start staying here in this top floor for a long time. The more you stay in this floor, your avenues open up. You, like, all the long standing problems get resolved because you realize that, let's say, oh my God, there are so many people, it seems, who don't talk to their brothers, sisters, cousins, whatever, for a very long time because of something that happened several years ago. Some property issues, some family issues. You insulted my husband, I will not talk to you. All these things. And it's okay if you don't talk to them for any reason, fine. Maybe it is justified. It doesn't matter. It should not eat you up. Is it eating you up? If it's long standing, it seems there is one ashram in Kasi where people who are in their last leg, like doctor has signed off that they'll not survive, right? 1 or 2 days of life or 10 days of life, something like that. They go to, it's like a hospice kind of thing, but they go there, and when they are given, like, coach, like not therapy kind of thing, like what do you think? How do you feel? Is there any last thing? Do you have any regrets? When people were asked, do you have any regrets? The most regret everybody has was in relationships. I would like to talk to them. I did not forgive them. I did not talk to them for so many years. I would like to see my sister and talk to her. I would like to see my dad and talk to him, or my kid and talk to them, whatever. That is their regret. It is eating them up. That is all negative energy. It is pulling you down from reaching your true potential. And whenever you don't reach your true potential, you're unhappy. Something is missing. Something is missing. I know I can do this. I'm not able to do this, right? So long-standing problems will be resolved if you practice, if you keep practicing, like, how they say, you keep exercising every day, you get better and better at it. You get physically stronger. The benefits of exercising, the benefits of, if you are like a couch potato or something, just walk 30 minutes a day. At first, you will not feel anything. You will just feel fresh by going out of the door. And by the way, I should do that. I should go out more. So if the long-term benefits are, you will enjoy walking, you will meet people, maybe socialize a little bit. Your health will start getting better. You will lose weight, maybe. You will get mental clarity. The long-term effects all started because you started walking 30 minutes a day and you made a habit of it. If you start doing strength training, yes, you feel much better in your muscles, you feel stronger, you feel confident, all those things, right? So long-standing problems get solved if you practice, keep practicing, keep practicing. You keep getting better at letting go. I strongly wish, and I am starting like professional coaching right now, and my wish and dream is to certify everybody in the art of letting go. I want to. That's what my expertise is, right? I am going to help you let go of the emotions by how I learned it. How I learned. No matter where you are, we feel that we know everything, but it's a daily thing. It's like, oh, I brushed for 20 years now, I don't have to brush. It's not like that. Every day you have to brush, take shower, eat food, exercise. That's an everyday thing. Otherwise, that's a survival thing, right? That's a bare minimum stuff. So letting go is also like that. It is a bare minimum stuff where we have to keep letting go throughout the day, not just like when I'm at work, or not just like when I'm at home. It is not like that. Throughout the day, the whether you're interacting with other people or not, with yourself, when you're having your self-talk, the guilts, the regrets, everything, the moment you keep letting go, it's like such peace. It's like lifting out all the boge, all the burden from you. It is so amazing. You will feel amazing. You will feel, no matter what life throws at you, you will feel so amazing. It's really refreshing. So my wish and goal is everybody should learn the art of letting go. They should become experts in letting go. They should get PhDs in letting go. That's my that's my, like, wish. You will get immense pleasure and satisfaction. And what happens is, why do we have these limiting thoughts, right? It's not just, it did not happen one day. If we have limiting thoughts, I don't think I can do this. I don't think she can do this. I don't think my husband can ever change. I don't think I can quit smoking. I can quit drinking. I can quit overeating. Anything you have, the limiting thoughts and negative beliefs, oh, she's always like that. She always gets like this. Anytime you're judging somebody, anytime you're drawing blank statements, like generalized statements, oh, she's always like this. Impossible. No person, if you say, oh, she always gets angry, just think when you are making a generalized statement, is it true? Can a person always get angry? Can a person always be jealousy? Can a person always be sad? No. Why are you making it a generalized statement? Because you created a belief in system in you. Because maybe you have seen more glimpses of it, does not mean all. It's the language we tell ourselves, the words we use to describe somebody. Everything changes. all those are because of accumulated negative feelings towards something or someone. That is what creates our belief system and limiting thoughts, right? Letting go of negative feeling changes thought patterns. It literally changes how you think. If you say, I can't do this, I can't swim, I can't jog, I can't exercise, um, that thing will change, that limiting thought, your words will change to I can. Automatically, once you start letting go of the emotions associated with it, I can't will change to I can. And from I can, if you keep practicing the art of surrendering and letting go, it will be I'm happy to do that. Just imagine in workplace, I'm just taking the example of workplace. If you go from I can't do this, I don't, if I'm a software engineer, so I should say I was a software engineer. So if you say that I can't do this, I can't program this, I don't know this language, Python, I'm an expert in Java, I cannot do Python. If you, language is a language, programming language is a programming language, the construct is the same, the language is different. If you just let go of the negative feelings you have, I have fear, maybe that is what is causing resistance, maybe anger, that why should I learn something else when 23 years I learned Java, why am I learning Python right now? And pride that, I'm too good, I will just get a job with Java, I don't need to learn Python. Things like that. If you observe each emotion behind I can't, why can't I do this? If you dismantle that, if you take each emotion around it, if you surrender it, if you let go of it, like let me just take a look at Python. Let me take a look at a Python program and see what is the big deal about it, how difficult it is. The moment you look at it, you will you are like, let me see. Of course, I can look at one program. There is nothing harm in looking at one program and seeing how it is written. Let me take like any basic reverse string or something and see how it is done. I look at it and I'm like, oh, it's not that difficult. My mind has shifted a little bit. Oh, it is not that difficult. It's very similar to Java. And these days there is so much AI, I can use generative AI and maybe code. I know how to I know I am good at problem solving and logic. That is the underlying part of it. So let me try and see. Let me write a couple of programs. And the moment you do a couple of programs, you get self-esteem, confidence. Oh, it's not that bad. Because you have been an expert in the field of problem solving and logic for 20 years, 30 years, 10 years, whatever it is. So then you will start liking the language more, because why are they using this other than that? Maybe for this particular application, this makes more sense. You will start doing it, and later on, you will love it so much, you will come to a place of, I am happy to do that. Once you say, if you come to a place of I'm happy to do that in any profession you have, then you will love what you do. It is not work anymore. You're enjoying it. There is no negative drain. You love what you're doing, and you're not tired after the work. You're not tired at the end of the work, and you're become so productive, and it is contagious. Your happiness, you're willing to do it. Your passion is so contagious that it is going to change the people, the environment, the team, everybody. Everybody. I have seen this firsthand. When you are very passionate to do what you love to do, people are like, how is she so passionate? How does she do this? Right? So letting go of negative feelings changes your thought patterns. So here he gives a very, very good example of a man who was very awkward in dancing. Okay. He's a very successful Middle-aged professional. And whole life is like unable to dance, but he yearned why can't I dance? And he went into dance lessons. He tried to go to clubs, dance clubs, and this and that. It was very awkward. He never felt comfortable dancing, very uncomfortable. Even though he took from trained professionals, he could not stiff, awkward, conscious kind of thing. Now, what I think he came to Dr. David Hawkins. He was like, why I feel so awkward. And the thing is, what you need to observe in this is, the bottom line is, it is bothering him. There are a lot of people who cannot dance, but it doesn't bother them. They're like, yeah, okay, I cannot dance. You cannot do everything, right? I cannot be a MMA fighter or something. It's okay. That doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me that I'm not wrestling, or, that I'm not a doctor, or that I am not a scientist. It doesn't bother me. The fact that it is bothering you, The fact that it is bothering you means that there is something in you that has to be cleared. There is some block that has to be cleared, you know. So it's like this, right? If your knee is not bothering you, what is the point of a knee surgery, or even trying to test your knees and see what is going on? If your heart, if you're getting chest pains or something, that's when they do chest x-rays or whatever, right? CT scans, and see what is wrong with your heart. They will never touch any other organ because it's not needed. It's like any other body part. Unless you complain, it's not needed. Your complaining means there is something in it. There is something to be explored. Why is she complaining about chest pains? Why is she complaining? Let me do this test. That's the how the doctors think, right? Same thing. We have to look into things only if it bothers us. Otherwise, it doesn't matter at all. If you are somebody who is happy at your job, not trying to get promoted, you're happy where you are, I'm happy, I'm content, then that's so you don't need a career coaching. You don't need a career coaching there. Where do you need coaching? I would ask, what is bothering you right now? Right? This guy, it bothered him that he could not dance. It bothered him. That's why he was like, okay, for 1 year, he practiced letting go, surrendering for 1 year. Like, what does it bother me? Like, what is this? He took all his feelings and belief systems and he started practicing letting go for 1 year. Okay. And obviously, in this process, I think he tried to dance a little bit. I don't know what. Then he went to a party and there was music, and his girlfriend insisted, come on, let's go, let's go. You have to dance. He's like, I cannot dance. I cannot dance. I'm very awkward. She's like, I don't care. You don't look at the steps. You look at me and try to copy my body movements. It's fine. You just come, we'll be fine. Let's enjoy. Right? I love dancing. I want to dance and I want to dance with you. He went, he started, and then he realized that, okay, I'm looking at you. I'm not worried about my steps and exactly what to do. I'm just looking at you. And he loves her so much. And he's like, okay, I think I can dance. He moved from I can't to I can after 1 year of that letting go, letting go, letting go, and surrendering. So he said, okay, I will dance. And then once he decided I can do it, he started looking at her and he's so much in love with her. He's like, let me see what you're doing. Okay, you're moving like this, you're swaying like this. And he felt in harmony with her. He was so in line with it. Because the thing is, when you're in love, right? Love is the highest frequency. All the other, you're not, when you're vibrating at love, you let go of everything automatically without your knowledge. So all his fear or unease or discomfort or what will happen to me if somebody sees, and will they judge me that I'm dancing like this? Will they comment on me? All that fell off. Once all that fell off, he started dancing with her and he went into that extreme sense of joy that he's able to dance. He himself is like, oh my God, I'm dancing and I'm good at it. Look at it. And he felt the relief, he felt the freedom, and he's dancing with her. And then he's like, that in it went from love, joy to ecstasy. It's like, oh my God. And then he was in so much in harmony with her that he realized that I'm one with you. And while doing that, what happened was he understood from a state of that high joy, right? From a state of that high joy, he experienced oneness with her. He's like, oh my God, you and me are the same. He was in so much sync with her. He was like, he was understanding her steps, what she would do next, even before she started, like split 1 second before. Why? Because he was in sync with her, synchronicity. He synced with her completely. So he could telepathic, right? He became a little telepathic, like understanding what is your next move. You know how sometimes when we love somebody, like, if you are in a relationship for a long time, they start completing your sentences. They know what you're going to say. It's like, I know you better than you are. What is that? That is like harmony. When you are in harmony, when you are synchronous with another person, it is so beautiful, so awesome. Like, you just love them. Like, when somebody completes your sentence and says, Madhuri is going to say this. Like, okay. It just, it makes you smile. It's automatically like, oh, man, this guy knows me so well. Like, you fall in love with that person. So this experiencing, when he experienced that oneness, he realized automatically, he had this aha moment that, oh my God, you and me are not different. You and me are the same. Why during the dancing he got all this, like, boom, I got it kind of thing. And he had the peak experience of oneness in that moment. It's like we all are one. We all are one. It's not that you and I. He just had that enlightening, like, experience in that moment, right? In that moment, what happened? So, okay, after that, it's like, he went home, he started dancing. He's like, oh my God, I cannot believe I danced. And when you have that mind shift, right? You're how you walk changes. You are like in some, it's same as when you fall in love with somebody. When you fall in love with somebody, you are like, you're smiling all the time. You're not mad at anybody. You are okay with little discomforts. You don't complain. Your family members are like, kuch to hai. You are like, what? Who is that girl? Who is that guy? Right? That's how it is. He is like so much in love with her that he figured out the dance, that he figured out that, oh my God, the long standing I cannot dance of his life changed. And he's like, this is awesome. He went home, he played some music, and he started dancing. And he's like, how am I able to dance like this? Like, I always was so, dancing is so difficult. Now I'm like, oh my God, it is so easy. And then he started twisting and turning, and he figured out, Sufis, it seems they do this whirling dervishes. I think I'm saying it right, dervish or something. This is the picture of a Sufi dancer. So they wear this long, like, flowing garments, and they do lot of whirls, and they don't get dizzy or anything. Like if you see Kathak dancers or anybody who does lot of, like, turns like that, right? Like, how can they do? I always thought, how do they do it without getting dizzy and everything? They find that center of gravity and that balance. When they align themselves with their center, when they align their center with the gravity and the balance, they are completely balanced, right? The twirls, they don't actually, it gives them joy. It gives them a high doing the stunts. It won't, they can do how many ever, because they're completely aligned with the gravity and everything, and they are completely balanced. Their body is it sounds difficult, but their body is completely balanced. So in that balance, they have found that axis, right? Center. Once you find the center, then they twirl around it. So this guy, he remembered, oh my God, now I understand why Sufi dancers can do this. And all of a sudden, he remembered one of his past lives in great detail. He remembered, he could visualize the teachers who taught him. It seems he was a great dancer in his past life. That's why in this life he had that yearning that, why am I not able to dance? Why am I not able to dance? And if you see, if from how I saw, is that he had to learn the art of letting go. That's why. So you can ask if it's, a lot of people, when you see, like, these days you see kids like they're reciting Bhagavad Gita when they are like 5, they can recite everything very well. Some singers are like so amazing. Some kids sing in the singing show so well. How is it possible that by age of 5 or something, they are singing so well, like a professional, right? Because Purva Janma Sukritam, they call it Purva Janma Sukritam. That means you have the talent and skill, you have learned it in your previous lives. Now you're all equipped. You're coming and you're just flourishing, because all this is not learned from now. It's collected from your past lives. So this guy, but now the question is, if it is collected from past lives, if I knew everything, why did this guy not remember it? And for 50 years, um, why was he not a dancer? Because this is my understanding, it's not explained in the book. My understanding is, in your soul journey, you say, I want to practice these things. I want to learn these things, right? This is what you're going to say. You're going to pick and choose. So he became an expert dancer in the previous life. This life, he's like, I want to do something else. But because dancing used to give him so much happiness, that will still be there. But he did not focus on that. And because that is there, that was kind of like echoing in his heart, in his mind, that why can't I dance? Why can't I dance? Why shouldn't I be dancing? So this example told me that anything that is bothering you, don't keep it suppressed. Yeah, I have these stupid dreams, like, that won't come true. I'm like, I always wanted to do this. I always wanted to travel the world. That's such a stupid dream. Anything that yearning is not going away for you, pick it up, explore it. Make it a hobby of yours. You don't have to, until you feel comfortable that you can make out a profession out of it or make money out of it, make it a hobby. At least it will make you happy. It will de-stress from your things, right? So this guy, he remembered his previous life in detail. He remembered that he was given very, very good dance teachers. He was like amazing dance learner and everything. He was a dancer. And when he thought about it, the I disappeared. I cannot dance, meaning, let's say his name is John. John cannot dance in this life. But when he learned, when he had this experience, when he remembered his past life, he realized, I am not John. This is not me in this body. Who is John? John is this body. Madhuri is this body. If I drop that I completely, like, what is my identity, right? I am mother of some two kids. I'm wife of somebody, daughter of so and so parents, sister of a brother. I work at LexisNexis. That is my. I'm a software engineer. I report into this person. This is my team. How do you identify yourself? Based on the context, you identify yourself with some people or somebody. Otherwise, what is your existence? If I just say I'm Madhuri, okay, you're Madhuri. So what? What is your next question if you meet me? What do you do? If I meet you at school, I will identify myself as I'm mother of Prahlad. I'm Pranav's mother. That's how I will identify. Based on where I am, I have to have an association with somebody. Otherwise, there is no me. It doesn't mean. But if without any of the associations, there is something of me as well. What is that me without, when I'm not a daughter, when I'm not being any of these relationships, who am I? I am a soul having a human experience. I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. Now, what is that? That is not I. That me is forever. That is not constricted by this lifetime. That is not, if I live up to 60, 80, whatever, that is not, that existence is not defined by 60 years or 80 years of my lifetime. It is defined by the big number line of my soul journey. If I am able to speak with you today, the privilege I had to be born in a Vedic family, to be born to my parents, to be born as a sister of my brother, to be wife of my husband, to be parent of my kids, all that is playing a huge role in what I am saying today. I have the privilege to talk to you guys. I have the privilege to understand this book at this level. It is all not because of Madhuri or this life or something. It is the fact that I'm born to my parents itself is a huge karma, right? The fact that I'm put in this place, all the opportunities in my head in this life, where it placed me today here itself is not nothing to do with this life. This is not an accomplishment or this is not education that I earned in this life. It is the soul journey. It is coming from lives and life. Otherwise, you cannot explain it. What is the, why am I born to my parents and why are you not born to my parents? Had you born to my parents, do you think you would have had the same journey? No, because I am placed by universe or God or whatever you want to believe in this because this is the right place for me to be to enhance what I had in my previous lives to move forward in this life. It's like you cannot say, oh, she studied masters in so and so university. Had I studied there, do you think you would have passed the exam? If you were a biology student, do you think you would have passed the exam for masters in computer science? No, because that is not your stream. You are a doctor or a medical professional or a pharmacy, whatever it is. I wouldn't pass that. I cannot be you, you cannot be me. We are carefully crafted and placed where we belong, where you think you belong, where you think you will benefit from that. That is where you are placed. So you are in the perfect place. Wherever you are in the perfect place. So am I, so is everybody else around us. Everybody around us is in the perfect place at the perfect time where you are supposed to be. All the missed opportunities are your gifts. All the things that God delayed are your gifts. You are not supposed to be there. You are not supposed to get done. Like if everything, if you don't get a doctor's appointment today, that is a gift. Because in the next day, something opens up. Your understanding, your thing, something improves that you were, when you talk to the doctor, when you had an appointment today versus tomorrow, your understanding would be different. What you take in from the doctor is different. The medicine will be different. The inflammation might have come down a little bit, so she'll say, you know what, you don't need so much. Had she seen the day before, maybe she would have given you 2 weeks of antibiotics. If you see life that way, if you see, your entire ego and pride drops off. Your entire ego and pride washes away. If you keep practicing that, I am not here because of me. I am here because of the privilege I had. You know how we see a lot of people, right? They say that, yeah, she's like, she's in US, she's earning this much, she has the privilege of spending that money. Yes, that is not me. I am extremely grateful. That gratitude, the attitude of gratitude takes you places because you have dropped yourself from everything. There is nothing my accomplishment that I'm here today. Because of God's grace. Because of God's grace. Even Purva Janma Sukritam, if you say, it has a certain ego associated with it because I did it. I earned all the good karma in my past lives. I earned. I means my soul, whatever. Even the I should be removed from the soul by God's grace. By God's grace, instead of Purva Janma Sukritam, if you say by God's grace, I am here, you're removing the I. You're removing the I even from the soul level, not just the body, this life level. You're removing it from the soul level. That is going one step further. One step further. For everything, if you say, by God's grace, I am here. By God's grace, I got the opportunity. For everything, you start saying that by God's grace, or I'm fortunate, I have been placed here. If you start gratitude journal for every single thing that happened, right? That's into another level of ego at life level versus ego at soul level. That is like completely different way of looking at things. It is so nice when you have that. You're so humbled. That removes everything. You don't feel jealousy about anybody. You don't feel accomplished. You don't feel pride. You don't feel anger. Everything drops off. The moment I tell you that this is nothing of your achievement, it is because you were placed in this family, you got this, then you're grateful to everybody in your family, right? You're grateful for your lineage. Yes, of course, some things here and there happen, but the fact that I'm born here, people have, oh my God, people have so many problems with their parents and brothers and sisters. You would not be where you are today if not for them. Whether it is a good way or a bad way. Let's say your sisters or brothers or your parents pushed you away so much, they did not take care of you at all. You, out of vengeance, you came here. Out of vengeance, you learned. I'm going to show you. They did instill that vengeance in you, right? That is what brought you here. So either way, you have to be grateful. Positive or negative, you have to be grateful. The feeling of I, that should disappear. Every time our effort should be, the feeling of I should completely disappear. Enlightenment, here I come. Right? So that, again, going back to the person who had that aha moment of enlightenment, now he had a breakthrough, right? That said, he still had blockages on many other levels, on different things. So all the limitations, they quickly converted into rapid expansion because he started dropping that I from everywhere. He started dropping that I from everywhere. He started applying that oneness to everything in his life, and every area of his life expanded to immense, and the moment he started being that way, people started respecting him a lot. People saw the change in him. They started respecting him a lot, and his self-esteem increased a lot. So what we saw in this example is complete scale of consciousness. He was guilty. He was like a hopeless dancer. He was angry that he's not able to dance in spite of taking all those classes. He was envious of people who were able to dance. He had this pride that, if I go and make a fool of myself, what will everybody will think? I'm a successful professional. He had all those things. by letting go for 1 year, each one he let go of the discomfort and everything. He came from I can to I can, and then he moved to I'm happy about it. I love dancing. I am happy to dance. So that's the entire scale of consciousness. He went from apathy or hopelessness to love and joy. That's right. That is when you reach there in any one area, that is emergence of consciousness. And once you taste that consciousness, right, you are like, I want to go there. I want to go there. I love it. Let me see what I can do with this one. Let me see what I can do with this one. Same thing, right? Math, like if you learn some new concept, I'm seeing my son is learning like linear algebra right now. He does programming, he's learning, he's doing Python coding, and he's loving it so much. He's like, can you give me more problems? Can you give me this? Can you give me that? Amma, I'm doing this gaming thing. He's like, okay, I did this. What else can I do now? That is joy. That is like, what else can I do? And you're constantly looking for more things where you can, will I be able to repeat this success again? Kind of thing. And the more you do that, that self-confidence and esteem increases, and you're like, I am good at this. I want to do this. I love to do this. That's how you come to loving to do things, because you surrendered everything you had. One aha moment. Don't stop there. Try to see where else you can expand it. Try to see where else you can implement it, right? And spiritual awareness. Spiritual awareness, not of a normal order, of a very highest order. The highest order where he understood the different lives. He was able to actually, all these, that's where previously I was like, when I heard about people, this is like when I was a kid, when people used to say, when I read about Buddha, and he said 736, 700 plus lives, right? He got nirvana in one after 700 lives. I'm like, how did he know? Who counted? Who saw all those? And if this guy is saying Buddha said I had after 750 lives, like bookkeeping, right? Who is validating it? Why is he right? I had all these questions, But now it's like this guy, I heard of so many people have that past life memory without any hypnosis or anything like that. Actually, it is self-hypnosis. There is one um, Shreyans Daga. Actually, he starts with Dr. Joe Dispenza. Dr. Joe Dispenza created this meditation where, how you can manifest yourself of your dreams and everything. And he crafted so many meditations. And his main concept behind a meditation is you first get your brain thoughts aligned, like, not many thoughts, distracting thoughts. Then heart coherence, brain coherence, heart coherence. Then you have the intent. Third step is you have the intent, like you want to say, think of what you want. And then fourth step is, what if that already came true? How would you be? So going to the emotional state of feeling the feelings of when you get it. Let's say you say, I want a Mercedes. How would you feel? Think of driving that Mercedes car. Think that is the only thought you should have, that I'm driving this car, I feel so well, the throttle and this thing, the how it drives, very like, the feel of the engine, everything. Once you are in that emotional same vibration as if you got it, right? You are in that plane of existence where you already have, and you are driving that Mercedes. Then you have to gratitude that, thank you, universe, for giving this to me. You're thanking in advance as if it already happened. Gratitude. You close with these 5 steps. And then if you do this enough number of times, you can manifest whatever you want, because you are going and hanging around the vibration of the thing that you want. The more you hang out there, you will get it, kind of thing. You will figure out, you will see opportunities on how you can get it, right? So he also had Shreyans Daga. So Shreyans Daga's meditation is very similar to that Joe Dispenza's theory of 5 things. I used to do a lot of his meditations, and once I did this meditation, like in 2021 or something, where it said past life. You can go and see your past life. So I did all the meditation, and it's a glimpse. Okay, it is like, basically it will take you into, like, it will take you slowly to your 10 years, like, when you're based on how old you are, right? Go 10 years back, 10 years back, 10 years back. It will slowly take you there, and it will slowly take you to when you're an infant, and it will take you to the previous life just before you passed away. If you do it well, you will see the glimpse of your past life. I gave it to some of my friends and they also saw, and it's a nice experience. I think you all should try it out. So when I did that, I saw one past life. Okay. And later on, I did another past life regression with QHHD, and I saw that same life coming there. And it was like exactly with, like, the visuals, very similar. It's exact, not similar. Similar is the wrong word. Exact thing in more detail, in lot of detail. But the thing is, because for me, everything I need validation. I'm a very, like, um, I need validation. I ask a lot of questions. So um, when I saw that, when I got validation, it's like, oh, this is true. That's when, for me, like, the belief in past lives increased because of that. Okay, hold on. I have to mute somebody.
No, no, I've done, man.
Okay.
You can.
So that's when your spiritual awareness, when once you understand that, it humbles you so much that whatever you're doing now is not because of this body, this existence, this life. It is not you. It is, you have gathered it over a period of time, right? So when you basically get that spiritual awareness, right, it changes your perception of things. It changes on how you perceive everything, not just one. You went basically for one thing. Why was I doing that meditation? I was curious. Why did I even come to that meditation? Because I was doing meditation for other things. First, I started with a certain requirement. Once that requirement was met, I was like, aha moment doing those meditations. And I'm like, I'm browsing his other meditations and I'm like, let me do this. Let me see what it can do. Right? So that's how you do it. Once you have a breakthrough in one, then you apply that in every other area of your life. And once you get that, you don't have to do, just because it worked for one, you don't have to repeatedly keep doing it. You move on. You move on to, what do you call, greener pastures. You're like, you explore more and more stuff. The more you understand, you move on to other things. There is rapid expansion in every area of your life, right? And that's how he had that. When he was dancing with her, when he connected to that oneness consciousness, he had the telepathic communication with her. He was able to figure out what her next movement is going to be. He was in so much harmony with her, synchronicity. And then after that, he had that past life recall, right? So that's how it happens. If you keep letting go continuously, you make it a habit, you make it a muscle memory, you make it. How do people do marathons and everything? They start running. They literally, the thing starts with couched. My husband did a marathon running. He's now doing like some crazy, I don't know, 200 miles of biking or something. How did he come to that? It started with baby steps. His first program was couch to 5K, couch to 5 kilometers. He did that. Then he did a 10K. Then he did a half marathon. Then he did a full marathon. Right? So now he loves and enjoys running. Now he does not walk. He says, I'm going for a walk, and he starts running. Why? He enjoys it so much. It became his second nature, right? So that's how it will be. Once you get a breakthrough in one, you will get all these abilities, telepathically understanding somebody, synchronizing with somebody very easily. Just imagine if you're in harmony with everybody around you, how beautiful your life is going to be. If you're in harmony with everybody around you, it's so beautiful. It's so amazing. Behavioral changes. So for him, the momentum he had, right, when he solved one thing and then moved on to other things, it removed a series of blocks and limitations in every area. And in this, there is no relationship or age, nothing. So use the mechanism of surrender. Consistently surrender negative feelings, you will have emotional growth. How do I have emotional growth? How do I increase my emotional growth? It is like this, right? These are the 3 steps. Consistently surrender negative feelings, gain emotional clarity. And you could be 14 years old, you could be 80. By now, I think we established the fact that age does not matter in any of this. It is not with age. So I have a humble request to everybody. Don't ever, I do that too. I used to do that a lot. Now I'm like catching myself in doing that. Your parents who are older to you, your sisters, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, your grandparents, don't judge them saying that they should know better. They are so old. How do they not know this? How, especially if you know something and they don't, they are not aware of it. It is not the age of this life. Don't look at them at the age of this life. Again, don't also look at them in negative way, saying that, oh, so I am more mature than you, I'm more evolved than you. No, don't look at it that way either. Because you might have come to learn this. It's like electives in college, right? Let's say we have 20 courses to take by the end of graduation. In India, I don't know if the things change, but it is different where everybody, if you and I are in the same stream, same branch or something, we do the same exact coursework, right? So we are equals in that way. We did this, we did that kind of thing. Here it is different. We both would have joined as economics or something. I want to do this course first. So I will do this. You did not take that course because you want to do something else. So does not mean that I'm superior to you. It's just that our order of coursework is different. That's all it is. We all, human existence, our order of coursework is different. My mom would have come to learn something else, so she's not focusing on other things. I have come signed up to do something else. If she does not know something, she's like, if I judge her saying that you are this, it is most likely because she hasn't taken that elective yet. She hasn't, if you say my father is always angry or my brother is always angry, you have taken that elective, and if you don't get angry, you have taken that elective, but they have not taken that elective. Think of it that way. It will seriously drop all the judgments, take out all the anger and frustration you have on others, right? So there is no relationship to age when it comes to this growth, emotional growth. Anybody, and you know how we say that kid is so mature for his age, like for her age, they are so mature. Why? Because of this. They have more emotional intelligence, right? Repressed and suppressed feelings require counter energy to keep them submerged. Anytime you're holding on to things, anytime you're feeling guilty about things, anytime you have regrets, all those things need a lot of energy to hold them on. It takes a lot of energy to suppress your feelings. You are not even aware because you have done so much. Like, especially people who sacrifice a lot for their family, right? It's okay. Let them have it. If you're doing it, they'll say that is totally fine. Then there is no holding back of things. But if you're always depriving yourself of something to give something to somebody else, and you are feeling that, then that becomes a repressed energy. You are using a lot of energy to suppress that, right? Letting go frees up a lot of energy. If I say you have 100 units, all of us have 100 units of energy to use in a day. Everybody, no matter what. Elon Musk is doing like zillion companies. If he has 100 units, I have 100 units. How come I'm not able to do as like one fraction of nano thing of what he's doing? Why? Because where is my energy going? Am I mad at people? Am I angry at people? Am I guilty of something? Am I in grief? Am I in this? Am I in that? Do I have a lot of pride? Where am my energy is wasting? Look at that. Especially when would you look at that? If I want to be like him. If I don't want to be like him, that's a different story. Anytime you are like, it bothers you that I don't have what this person has, then see why you don't have it. Let go of all the emotions one by one, the negative tendencies, then your quality of life increases. Right? Problem solving. The art of problem solving. The art of problem solving is don't solve the problem. That is the art of problem solving. Don't look for answers. Instead, let go of the feelings behind the question. So this is not about math problem solving or something, okay? It is about our life problem solving. Don't look for answers. Instead, let go of the feelings behind the question. Why am I not able to figure out why my husband gets angry every time? Don't try to solve why he gets angry every time. Why is that bothering you? That is the question you need to ask. Ask the right questions. Ask the right questions. Google has all the answers. You like the knowledge base it has is amazing. It will tell you, how do I say I love you in Russian? How do I say I'm mad at you? How do I say my name is this? Ask in any language, it will tell you. Ask anything. What is AI? What is open AI? These days, Copilot, generative AI, GitHub, Microsoft Copilot versus ChatGPT, they can browse through archives from libraries of something and tell you what it is, right? But the key is ask the right question. If you don't ask, what will it give? It keeps asking. Actually, if you ask, I use Copilot a lot. So if you ask the Copilot, right, it will give you an answer and say, did it answer this question? How can I improve or something like that? Ask the right question. The key to using AI is you need to know what your question is. You need to know what your problem is, right? So when you are making a statement about another person, when you have a problem in your life, asking the right questions and removing the resistances will reveal the problem, reveal the solution before you. You don't have to do anything. If you let go of the resistance you have, the questions you have around it, ask the right questions, then the answer is there. You don't have to go solving for it. Like, I need to figure out and solve this, change this. This is the easy method. Just sit there, don't do anything, just let go of the resistance. You'll get the answer. Surrender the feeling behind the question, right? Decision making. So, when you are unable to decide something, when you are in conflict, I'm not able to do this, I'm not able to do that. When you are that way, clear out the underlying feelings. Clear out why cannot you make a decision? Because you're worried you might make a mistake. You're worried you will regret this decision later on. Or somebody, the belief system around you said that, oh, you always make mistakes when it comes to, let's say, financial investing or something. Oh my God, how many times you have invested and lost? Stop doing it. When will you learn your lesson? That created a belief system in you, right? So clear the underlying feelings, then decisions will be realistic and wise, right? It will not be based on somebody's opinion of you. Oh, if I invest in this, I have always invested in this and lost money. What will my mom say? What will my dad say? What will my husband say? What will my brother say? What will my friends say? Forget about all that. In this moment, is this investing in Bitcoin, is it a good thing or not? Oh my God, Bitcoin mining, I don't know if you guys know about it. I recently studied about it. It's so amazing. It is so amazing. And I have no idea what it is going to do once quantum computing is going to come. Quantum computing is going to, I'm really curious to see the journey of Bitcoin right now. I'm so invested in it. Um, I want to see how, because I don't know if you guys know, Bitcoin mining is you have to solve a question, you have to solve a problem to get the answer. And there are a network of people who will validate your answer. And getting to that, and whoever gets the answer becomes the next privileged to create the another question, put in more algorithms and say what the other person has to solve. So it is super amazing concept. Just study it for the sake of fun. And I saw some YouTube videos and everything, and I'm just curious to see how quantum computing is going to change the direction of Bitcoin. It's I mean, for people who are interested in such things, just look, it's amazing. So you might have invested in Bitcoin and lost a lot of money. You might have invested at a wrong time when it was at the peak, and then right away it dipped, right? Then everybody's like, oh my God, what is wrong with you? I told you, what is that currency? What is that cryptocurrency, man? That's nonsense. So all that. Instead, and that based on that, you cannot say I'm bad at taking decisions. I'm bad at investing. You cannot say that. Every day the world is changing. The world is changing. The tech world is changing so drastically right now. It's since the invention of chips, right? The world is changing so much. Again, that kind of change is going to come now. We are at a beautiful place where we get to observe that change. That what is this AI going to do? What is this quantum computing going to do? We are at a place where our kids, their life will be so different. Their every area of life will be so different from 10 years from now, 20 years from now. Everybody is going to be so different. So, what decisions you make right now, listening to somebody who talked about it in 30 years ago in investing, won't stand. They won't stand ground, right? So, take decisions based on, remove the underlying feelings, take the decision based on this moment with this knowledge, not because of your belief systems and everything. That will be realistic advice in every area of your life, whether to marry this person, whether to take this job, everything, right? You actually build a fear of decision making because you made wrong decisions before. If you have made a series of wrong decisions before, you have a fear of decision making. So you'll put that decision making in somebody else's. I do that. My husband is a better decision maker than I am because he's more informed. He reads a lot. He's he knows more stuff than me. Simple. So I don't even bother. I'm like, and anytime I do something, it's like, just do it. It's like, okay, I'll do it. Later he'll say, why did you do it that way? You could have done this way. And I'm like, yeah, that's a better way to do it. So because I know that he's a better decision maker, I don't even take decisions. And I have created this thing that I'm not good at it. But that said, I don't regret that. For me, it is like, buddy, you spend so much time on your laptop researching and everything. I don't. Obviously, it pays off for you. It does not. And I'm okay with it. And I am glad I have a resource in the house I can use and take benefit of all that. I will be better in something else. I will be better in emotional intelligence. You'll be better in financial intelligence, right? So, but often we become that we fear taking decisions in a certain area because of the wrong decisions we made. That does not mean it should stop us from decision making. In this moment, right? Stop looking for answers from long standing problems. Look at the underlying feeling producing the question. Like, in this moment, I never invested in anything. I did not do any financial investing. My husband does it for us. But then recently he said, hey, can you read a little bit of Bitcoin? Now I am telling him on when to invest in Bitcoin or why, or what is a good idea to invest in everything, because there is always there. I'm like, okay, I'll do it. And for me, everything is taking notes. I'm an academic. I'm like, for me to understand something, I have to read a book. I have to go to the tech side of it. I have to listen to the video. I went to a couple of videos. I understood the engineering behind whatever the science behind Bitcoin. I took notes. I literally took notes. I have to take notes for things to register in my head. That's it. Once I take notes, I never go back and read the notes. It's only that's my learning style, that once I write down on paper, it registers, it tattoos in my head, and I won't forget it. So that's how I do it. People who are saying me, I do workshops, I share with them, I write it down. I don't use a laptop. Somehow I don't use laptop for my workshops, for journaling. I don't use my laptop. I prefer writing it down. So once I write down, it registers in my head. So for me, literally, I was able to, if I'm in a position to make a decision about Bitcoin investing, because I removed the fear, I'm like, what is there? It is like any other course. I am a technologist. I can study and understand system design and everything. Why can't I understand a small concept on Bitcoin? Once I removed all that, I watched some videos, I understood it, and I'm like, I'm talking about it all the time. So it's so much fun. Now I might like, I realize that anywhere I have to invest, I just have to maybe look at the tech documents. I have to understand their journey and I have to see it, and then I can invest in it, right? Let go of the feeling, that the huge feeling of, now I know only about Bitcoin a little bit, not about any other investment. I've been watching the progress of Nvidia. I love that. Let go of the feeling that I'm not good at this. I can do it. Now I can. I came from I can to I can. And if I spend enough time in it, I will do from go there from, I'm happy to do it. The moment I let go of that, I took a book and said, you know what, I will address it in the way I know better. I will sit, I took notes, I watched four or five videos, and that's it. I knew everything about Bitcoin that I need to know to invest, enough to know to invest, right? And viewing from the new feeling space, the decision turns out like, if anybody says, like, do this, do that, whether should I do this or not? So right now, should you invest it or not? Answer is no, because Bitcoin mining has become very expensive. But that said, I want to now focus on quantum computing to see how what is the journey of quantum computing? When is it going to, when quantum computing comes, I think whenever it becomes, resources of quantum computing becomes decent enough for a person to invest in, I think the Bitcoin thing is going to change. The mining of Bitcoin, how many Bitcoins people mine is going to change for a small period of time before again crescent troughs, right? That's what is going to happen. So that is what it is. Anytime decision making in anything, is this good for me? Is this bad for me? Everywhere, you let go of the resistances you have. Then you move from I can't to I can. Moving from that shift from I can to I can is a huge game changer in your life. Huge game changer. Lifestyle. So I'm going to stop here. We are already at the 1 hour mark. I'm going to stop here and we are going to check lifestyle next time. Okay. So let me